You know what news network I'm really coming around on? One American News, OAN. They have some of the baddest anchors, bruh. I'm telling you, they're absolutely gorgeous. Yes, I would start with that. And but ultimately, a lot of their coverage, with in particular to their opinion shows, a lot of their coverage seems straight down the center. What you need and out real quick. I really like it. I think it's a pretty good station, and I encourage you to check it out. It's been a couple of days since I talked about 2020, and the reason I'm talking about it again is because Bernie just won Nevada. And I think that a lot of people tend to forget a few facts in their coverage of 2020, primarily that the Democratic National Committee, that the DNC is a private, like the Democratic Party is a private business. It's a private company. So thusly, they can do as they please. A lot of people have the idea that the Democratic Party is some type of national institution, and I mean it is a national institution, but just something that is governed by the people. Like they have a what's the name, that they have a commitment to democracy, when in reality, I don't think so. And it couldn't be any more evident than 2016, and how Hillary Clinton really did just bulldoze her way to the nomination. And so, it's interesting watching this play out and the bits of information that aren't being spread. So I picked up this video from the Washington Post, and I'm just going to use it to make the points. Let's get into it.
I don't care who I run against. I just hope they treat him fairly. But I congratulate Bernie Sanders. And if it's going to be him, he certainly has a substantial lead. We'll see what happens.
So there always comes this time where Sanders always talks about how the president's always lying. The president's always lying. The president is actually pointing out, like, yeah, I hope they treat him fairly, because he, like anyone else who actually pays attention, saw what happened the last go round. We see how Mike Bloomberg, who a lot of people are trying to say, oh, he's buying the democracy. He's what's the name? Like so many people are really upset. Like Tim Pool gets so upset about Mike Bloomberg tossing his money up in there, but that's ultimately what it's about. It's about who got the cash. After Barack Obama, if memory serves me correctly, the DNC as a company was left like flat broke. And that's a big part of the reason why Hillary Clinton was able to come in with all of her money and be able to, maneuver her way into the position that she maneuvered her way into. And so we see it happening again. And with Mike Bloomberg, ultimately, I believe that you got to win. Like I believe that Mike Bloomberg has brought the democracy if he actually turns around and win. I don't see that happening because Bloomberg is insane and an authoritarian, a complete tyrant. I mean, no one's gonna forget that soda ban, bro. But that I think that it's kind of his right if he wants to chuck all this money into the campaign and see how far it gets him. I think it'll ultimately prove that no, it's not just money, and I don't think that just money was Trump's appeal in the first place. But let's keep going.
February 23rd, President Trump congratulated Senator Bernie Sanders on his performance in the Nevada caucuses, but he hinted that the Democratic nominating contest could be a, quote, rigged deal.
There's no hint about it. We all know that it is. All right, that was a part of the judge's ruling back, I think in 2017, 2016. And it's like, yo, against Debbie Wasserman Schultz, if I remember certain correctly, they said like, yo, it's a private company. It's not but so much regulation that is not so much regulation that, what I'm saying, like we can put on them because of their rights as a company.
Going to win across the country because the American people are sick and tired of a president who lies all of the time.
But that's the thing. He just got finished telling the truth. Like, it's like that episode of South Park when it was Hillary versus Trump, and and it was like, all you do is go out there and say my opponent is a liar and a cheat. It was Hillary versus Garrison, and just go out there and say my opponent is a liar and a cheat. And the Garrison says something honest, and she says my opponent is a liar and a cheat. And I'm like, oh my goodness, she's such a turd sandwich.
With almost half of precincts reporting, Sanders looked to have pulled off a decisive win.
Can you stop him?
I don't know. It's not about who I stop. It's why I'm running.
Yeah, bro, I'm sorry. You ain't got it, JB. You really don't. Just there's too much. There's just way too much.
By midday on Sunday, former Vice President Joe Biden, who had a disappointing performance in New Hampshire and Iowa, looked to have come in a distant second to Sanders.
That's actually more aligned. Like, Sanders been running since 2016. Okay, he spent the past 4 years, building upon that base that he caught the attention of. Everyone saw how he got screwed. That's a big part of the reason Sanders has the appeal that he does.
I have a lot of states to go, and right now I can feel the momentum. So let's stay at this point.
Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren had been hoping to capitalize on a strong debate performance from the week before, but
she been done since she decided that she wanted to do that DNA test. You should have just let that die, darling. Honestly, you the one that sat there and did that DNA test. You really haven't had a chance. She been eyeing the seat. She been plotting on the throne since since 1946. But it's not going to happen because of how incredibly fake she is.
Looked to be in fourth place behind former South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg. Some Democrats are.
Y'all saw the video that I did on the lady who found out about the alphabeticalness of this gentleman right here. So let's be real.
Arguing Sanders is too divisive to be the party's nominee.
Before we rush to nominate Senator Sanders in our one shot to take on this president, let us take a sober look at what is at stake.
You can't have somebody with 32% of the vote think they're going to be the nominee. What about the other 68%? If you're going to be the nominee, play by the rules. Get a majority.
The rules that the private company set up, and in just in case the business interests were put in jeopardy. And honestly, this is why I believe that a lot of people are just going to either vote for Trump or stay home. One of the two, because honestly, socialism as a ideology, this country just rejects it outright. Even no matter where you come from, if you're an immigrant, you came here you came here under a belief, and most people have that belief in the American spirit and in the American, in the American drive. But unfortunately, there's also been a underpinning current of communism and socialism and Marxism that has also taken place, primarily in the colleges. I keep showing you those videos, guys, and I don't think I'm not sure if it's going to slow down anytime soon.
Nevada Democratic Party originally intended to use the same app Iowa Democrats used to report caucus results, but Nevada...
Wow, that was even an option? It's called Shadow. Why would you, Jesus Christ.
Ultimately chose not to use an app, and results trickled in slowly.
You have to do what you have to do,
There she is. Biden Warren supporter, Las Vegas resident, Gladys Atkinson. Oh, Lord. Yeah, she ain't gotta do. I'm a faithful Democrat, though. I'll vote no matter blue, no matter who. Don't even worry about it, baby.
I'd rather to be safe than sorry. Don't rush it and get the wrong judgment,
Next up, the candidates have their sights set on the South Carolina primary.
I got a lot of family in South Carolina. How you guys doing? I'm going to take a trip out there pretty soon, sometime over the summer, and see some of my favorite people before, before I go.
1 week after Nevada, Biden is hoping a win in the state can reinvigorate his campaign.
I want South Carolina to have its say
That's right. I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and make any actual conversation or really bring up anything that can harm, my establishment handlers. I'm just gonna, play my position. No sir. And as soon as, whatever neolib that they tell me I should fall behind, I'm just gonna fall behind them, cause, I get paid rather well.
Before I talk about who would be the odds-on favorite, I do believe, however, that if we were having the election tomorrow...
See, why you going in the hypothetical? It don't matters, bruh. Like, Jesus, if it was tomorrow, and it ain't tomorrow, it's in November. Trump is an incumbent. The Democratic Party as a whole, the whole blue squad, has just completely been bonkers over the past 4 years. There was no different than the loonies of the Republican Party, but the Republican Party had the good sense to separate themselves from the. Hey, you guys call yourselves the Tea Party, okay? Because nah, bruh. We really don't want that stain. And thusly, like, I think they've like matriculated into the Republican Party, but nah, fam. This is like sitting here talking about, oh yeah, like hypothetical shit that ain't gonna happen. Don't even worry about it, fam. Like, this is done. This was over the moment AOC got elected, basically. AOC and the squad went in there just talking hella shit, not knowing what they was talking about. Like, bruh, they exposed themselves.
That Joe Biden would have more of the vote.
But we're alive and we're coming back and we're gonna win.
I'm pretty sure you think that. I don't believe you. I don't believe that you think that. But my God, who's that standing next to him? Because she is rather alright. My goodness. Okay, we ended on a high note now, aren't we? Anyways, guys, yeah. So I figured let's talk. Okay. So I see the coronavirus. Trust me, I see it. And it's just like with 2020, right? Like, or all of the big stories out there. Like, if I start coughing hard, then I'll trip. You know what I'm saying? like, there's so much going on right now, and I'm just deciphering it. And plus, it's a Sunday, so we chilling, we relaxing. Man, she is like rather bad though. Like, really. Oh, goodness, she on the thick side. She gonna hit the wall hard, but shoot, keep it tight. You'll be alright, sweetheart. So, with that being said, we're gonna bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like to toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? It's like, as far as I'm concerned, 2020 is done. Okay, have you guys seen the size? Like, Trump will have a rally in the same state, and it's just overwhelming. Okay. Like, when they get to come out and vote for him, like in the I think, what was it, in Iowa, where they went out to vote in the primaries, and he just like he crushed all the numbers because people were just so excited to vote for him. I mean, that's the thing. Like the man himself derives this level of fun, this level of, hey, yeah, things will be okay. The order, saying, proper order and the like. These are things that people actually lean towards. They instinctually, biologically want and need. Strong leadership is definitely one of them. And unfortunately for Bernie, and though despite being the front runner, strong leadership is just not his forte, sadly enough. But you may disagree, and that's why I have a comment section. Until the next one.